Assalamualaikum. Ada 4 slide dalam video ni. Kita akan tengok seimbas lalu graphic organizers, IT maps dengan visual aids. Ini yang kita akan gunakan dalam PowerPoint. What are graphic organizers? Visual and graphic displays that organize ideas and show relationships between information and concepts. Kita guna graphic organizers ni supaya data-data yang kita cuba pancarkan di skrin PowerPoint tu tersusun. Itu saja. There are 4 types of graphic organizers: cyclical, conceptual, sequential, and hierarchical. Hierarchical organizers show the relation between a concept and its subordinate levels. This is hierarchy diagram, also called the tree maps. Allow you to see the big picture, concept at the top, topics underneath, facts at the bottom. Ini dia contoh ya. Kita tengok kita buat organizational chart. Kita boleh tunjuk siapa dia project sponsor, project manager, siapa dia monitor dalam kelas, assistant monitor. This is family tree map. Great grandpa, great grandma, and then it comes to you. Types of graphic organizer. Conceptual organizers show how a main concept is supported by facts, evidence, and characteristics. For example, concept definition map. Inilah dia concept maps. It can be in a variety of forms: tables, charts, T-charts, timelines, flow charts, Venn diagrams, graphic organizers. Jadi awak boleh guna yang ini untuk masukkan dalam PowerPoint. T-chart. T-chart, what I know, what I need to know, what I learned. What I know, visual way to show information. What I need to know, how to use, where to find, different types. What I learned, guidelines, internet sources, hierarchy, cross-curriculum, and so on. Yang ni T-chart. Flow chart. If you want to show process, kalau awak nak tunjukkan macam mana benda tu berlaku daripada mula sampai habis, bolehlah guna macam ni. Ini contoh. Pre-writing, writing, responding, revising, editing, publishing or sharing. So I guess you can use this as a plan. As a plan for your speech. Pre-writing, kan awak kena rancang apa nak tulis. Writing, awak menulis lah. Responding, bila dah bagi pada pensyarah, lepas tu pensyarah pun periksa. Revising, apa yang salah kita betulkan. Editing sama juga. And publishing and sharing. Ini contoh flowchart. Kalau rajin bacalah ya. Venn diagram, this is a sample of Venn diagram. Cyclical organizers, this is the third one. Shows sequence of events in the process. Presented in a circular formation with no beginning and no end, a continuous sequence of events in a cycle. For example, circle organizer. Life cycle of butterflies. You see, they start from egg, caterpillar, pupa, emerging butterfly, adult butterfly will lay eggs, and then the cycle will go on and on. This is an example of water cycle. And lastly, sequential organizers show events in chronological order such as a process or an event sequence. It will help identify cause and effect relationships. For example, multiple timelines. Tengok ni, yang ni lebih advance lah. Kalau awak dah bekerja besok, tengok projek ada banyak, ada sampai 5 projek dekat sini. Apa bentuk design, development, testing, launch, bila masa, cause and effect web. Look at the sample here, water. If you heat the water, it will boil. And if the temperature is cold, the water will freeze. This is cause and effect. So this is the first slide. We have another 3. Okay guys, let's talk about IT maps. Benefits of using IT maps: help to learn and retain information easily, can be used in different disciplines and grade levels, allow us to explore our critical or creative thinking skills, support continuous cognitive development, serve as a common language that is easy to understand for both teachers and students. There are 8 types of thinking maps: circle map, tree map, bubble map, double bubble map, flow map, multi-flow map, brace map, bridge map. Total of 8. Circle map, defining in context. Used to define a word or concept using background knowledge. Kalau kita brainstorming ke, kita apa ke, kita boleh gunalah ni circle map ni. How to create a circle map? Macam nak buat? Draw a circle in the center of the paper, write the topic you'll be focusing on inside it. Lepas tu apa? Draw a larger circle around the first circle, brainstorm. Kita buat bulat-bulat lah. Ni contoh topik. Lepas So tell me everything you know about the topic. Where did you get the information? Circle map. Senang je supaya orang senang faham. Tree map, classifying, used to categorize and organize information, can classify or sort ideas into categories. Kita boleh letaklah maklumat dalam idea utama, main ideas. How to create a tree map. On the top of the paper, write the main subject or idea, and then place supporting categories underneath and list examples. Ini contoh. Tree map for classifying and grouping. The 8 thinking maps. Bubble map, used to describe content using adjectives, can be used to identify characteristics, properties and qualities, useful when analysing something, discussing cause and effects, etc. Macam nak buat bubble map ni, how to draw, how to create bubble map. Draw a circle and write the topic of your choice in the middle, add connecting circles. Awak boleh cuba macam nak buat semua sekali ni, double bubble map, used to compare and contrast. Itu keutamaan dia, compare and contrast. Define the two things you are comparing and compare and contrast the two ideas using a double bubble map. Kita ada benda sebelah kiri dengan sebelah kanan, yang kat tengah tu benda yang sama. Flow map, sequencing, used to organize information in logical order. Kita sequencing lah daripada mula sampai habis. Step 1, identify the steps of the process, and then you go to step 2, you add sub-stages as necessary. Purchasing software online. Multi-flow map. What is multi-flow map? Used to identify causes and effects, used to identify impacts or benefits, reason, results. How to create a multi-flow map? Write the event or situation. In the boxes on the left side of the map, write the causes, and on the right side, write the effects. Nampak event kat tengah tu apa benda. So kalau kat tengah tu event tu keselamatan dalam vehicle, safety in the workshop, apa penyebab dia 3 dan apa kesan dia. Brace map, part to whole, used to evaluate the parts of a topic, used to deconstruct problems. How to create a brace map? Begin the map with the object you are breaking apart, brainstorm, subdivide. Itu dia. Kalau pandai boleh buatlah yang ni. Bridge map, used to connect related ideas, used to understand the relationship between words, used to create analogies, commonly used for scientific concepts, historical events and mathematical relationships. Ini cara macam nak buat. Draw the S pyramid, place the two information on each side. Make sure that they are written in a format that can be used in a sentence. Step 2, define the relating factor that will help connect the two pairs of information. Write down to help you follow the correct sentence pattern. Saya jarang buatlah yang ni. Kalau nak cuba, awak boleh cubalah. How are you using the thinking maps in the classroom? There are many other types of diagrams and techniques that help with teaching, learning, brainstorming and basically visualizing any idea or concept. They include concept maps, fishbone diagrams, mind maps, flowcharts, storyboards. Kita guna apa yang kita tahu, kita guna apa yang paling sesuai. So that's it. And after this, there are 2 more PowerPoints. Jom kita tengok visual aids and supportive materials. Visual aids, apa yang kita boleh bubuh dalam PowerPoint kita? Why use visual aids? Crystallize ideas, keep speaker on track, generate interest, reinforce main points, help information retention, and to maximize the effectiveness of our presentation. There are many types of visual aids: flip chart, whiteboard, handouts, VCR, DVD, and monitor. Lastly, laptop and LCD projector for PowerPoint. Flip chart. Pernah tengok kan kalau dekat depan kelas tu kita ada satu flip chart, dekat situ ada beberapa keping kertas, kita tulis dengan marker pen, lepas tu kita flip lah. Kelebihan, advantages. Can tear off sheets and post as a record during a presentation, almost always available, no technology needed, inexpensive. Dia murah lah. Tapi ni disadvantages if you want to use flip charts. Stands are unwidely to transport. Can't correct if you make mistake. Can't save electronically and usually must prepare sheets for each presentation. Dia leceh lah. So tips, cover pages that are not being used. Alternate between blank and written pages. Whiteboard. A whiteboard is a common visual material used in a classroom. Kelebihan whiteboard ni apa? Better than flip chart, looks nicer, can be erased. You don't need technology, but you cannot tear off. It's very hard to clean, can't save electronically, and sometimes ada bau sikit lah. Order of whiteboard markers bothers some. These are the tips if you want to use whiteboard for your presentation. write legibly, use the right type of marker, use more than one color, turn and face the audience to speak once you finish writing. Handouts. Handouts ni yang kita bagi pada kawan-kawan kita bila kita buat presentation. Can be distributed at an appropriate time, good for detailed information, easy to revise. Kekurangan, disadvantages. Extra detail that is not a part of the main presentation can distract listeners from the presentation. Awak bagi handout dekat kawan, tapi dia tak dengar pun kita punya presentation, dia baca. Consider the right time to give handouts. Usually you give when you start your presentation. VCR, DVD and monitor. VCR, video allows you to show stimulating visual information. Macam video sekarang ni kan, kita boleh tunjuk sebelum kita buat presentation. Advantages, great for showing desired behaviors, adds variety to presentation, can let an expert do the talking. Kelemahan dia, some VCR or DVDs are expensive. Disadvantages, they cannot be altered and requires electricity. So have it set up prior to the presentation. Laptop and LCD projector, a type of video projector for displaying video images. Nowadays we have portable projectors. Ada banyak projector yang kita boleh pinjam, kita boleh bawa dan boleh letak di hadapan kelas. Boleh guna yang ni lah. Advantages, nampak PowerPoint slides look classy, can prepare ahead of time, you can add photos, you can make changes, can use handouts feature to make handouts and can use notes feature to make facilitator notes. Kekurangan dia, disadvantages. Room must be somewhat dark, projector require electricity, you should have spare bulb. This one you don't need to worry because usually the bulb will last for more than 2 years usually, and you can show just one frame at a time. Keep the slide simple, avoid placing too much text on one slide. Saya dah ajar macam mana nak buat PowerPoint slide sebelum ni, boleh buat lah. Itu je lah. There's another last video and after that we can stop. Wow, visual aids. Nampak PowerPoint ni? Cantik kan? Ini awak pernah tengok sebelum ni. People remember 10% of what they read, 20% of what they hear, 30% of what they see, 50% of what they hear and see, 80% of what they hear, see and say, and 90% of what they hear, see, say and touch. Visual aids are important in the delivery of a speech. Tengok ni kenapa kita guna visual aid yang cantik macam ni, supaya dapat tarik perhatian orang. Useful visual aids. We have objects, pictures and chart, tables, videos and multimedia. Ni warna warna yang kita gunakan. Colors can convey different shades of meanings in a chart or graph. Kalau merah tu red, urgent, blue traditional, green relaxed, yellow light-hearted, orange active, black serious, brown earthly and violet luxurious. Important guidelines for using visual aids. Pelajar awak kena ingat, visual support the presentation, they are not substitute for the presentation. Visual aids ni dia membantu, and avoid deadly visual aid mistakes. Jangan visual aid tu bersepah, tulisan kecil dan sebagainya. Deadly visual aid mistake, nampak ni. Don't talk to the visual aids. Don't show everything at once. Don't pass objects. Don't limit the action for yourself. Don't apologize. Don't try to perform with visual aids unless you are practiced with them. And don't use all the bells, whistles and gongs. Jangan kelang kabut lah PowerPoint tu. What visual aids should I use in my speech? What is the subject of my speech? What points will be clearer if illustrated by a visual aid? What type of visual aid best illustrates each point? What type of visual aid can I best prepare? Do I need assistance in lettering? Would it be better to use the actual object than try to draw a picture? Will a 2-dimensional aid or 3-dimensional aid best illustrate my speech? How long? Berapa lama nak buat ni? Lepas tu, when is my speech due? Bila kena hantar? Visual aid guidelines. Color, warna. Baca ni It attracts attention, adds vitality. Bila color tu yang sesuai tu, orang suka tengok. Simplicity, biar dia simple lah. Balance. Jangan letak title dekat bawah ke, dekat tempat yang tak sesuai. Evaluation. When evaluating your visuals before delivering your presentation, ask yourself these questions. Bila dah siap PowerPoint presentation awak tu, tanya diri sendiri. Is it easy to understand within 5 to 8 seconds? Is it clear where the eye should travel? Does the visual hold your attention? If you answer yes to these questions, you will be well on your way to increasing what your audience remembers. 10 top tips for effective PowerPoint presentation. Hanya ada 10 tip ya. Put as little on a slide as you can manage. Jangan letak semua teks dalam tu. Never use a font smaller than 24. A picture paints 1,000 words. Kadang-kadang skeping PowerPoint tu ada skeping gambar je. Use a simple background. If you want to animate the text, do it quickly. Cuba tengok PowerPoint presentation saya ni. Tak ada animation langsung. Presenting. When you present, bila kita present tu never just read a slide. You are giving the presentation. Jangan baca slide tu. Kita baca slide sikit, lepas tu kita explain. We present. Make use of some simple quick keys to give you more control over the show. Blank black screen, blank white screen. Don't just use the handouts option in PowerPoint. Bagi detail. Lepas tu, avoid using unnecessary sound and fancy multimedia stuff. And lastly, never turn your back on the audience. Jangan kita membelakangkan audience kita. Itu sajalah. Alright, so good luck. I hope you had prepared your PowerPoint presentation. And if you have any problem, discuss in the WhatsApp group. Okay, goodbye. Have a nice day. Goodbye.